first and foremost, I'd like to start off by praising God and also giving a shout out to our sponsors. We would first like to thank the Ramirez family for being our biggest sponsor and helping us continue to give us the information, motivation, education that we need in our community. Next, we would like to thank SoCal Tattoo out of Tarzana, California. SoCal Tattoos, where all your tattoo needs will be met. Go out there and check them out and let them know AC sent you. And last but definitely not least, Rockstar Plumbing Company out of Chatsworth, California. You can reach them at 818-814-3044 for all your plumbing needs. And now, without further ado, let the show begin. And they get man. Hot mics. Yeah, this was my jam right here. I was about to say this is my ass, but no. We're keeping 5 minutes of clean content. That's supposed to be the rule, Chris.
Should we go cameras on? We might as well.
Yeah, I guess you might as well, right? I guess you might as well. But when I see myself, that's when I want to cuss, bro. No. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. Let's get him in here, man. How's everybody doing out there? Chris and I are here. Chris in the building. What's up, Mr. Chris?
Beep, 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 beep. What's up, AC Nation?
Chris caught me live on Instagram. I thought I was cheating on him. He said, man, this guy already started this live. What's good, Chris? Let's get that air on up there. Let's turn this guy off over here. Let me see. Yeah. See, I used to not be like that, Chris, but I started hanging out with you.
I'm a good influence.
And then I noticed you're the one that used to not like it, and then you're the one now that, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we've had it on enough where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but right now it sounds
better.
It sounds much better, bro.
Less noisy.
They have to be able to make something where it just takes that away. I saw Mike at TikTok, but I can't believe TikTok have all the time. They're like, they walks into the room. It's bigger. It's a bigger warehouse. There's a vacuum. He turns it on, and he's like, he walks up to his phone. He's like, can you hear that? You know, and yeah, you hear it, bro. You hear that vacuum buzzing away. And then he's like, well, here, let me show you. And then he puts this little mic on like this, turns it on, and dude, you can't hear that. What you hear, like the background noise, like that little, that's about as much as you heard of the vacuum. And now you hear his voice. But I don't know. TikTok, they be lying, bro. And it's only like $8.
Yeah, $8.
Yeah, $8. I was like, no, man, nah. No, we are not gonna play some Kelly. No. We're trying to stay on the 5 minute mark. And I've heard that before. I remember Blue Devil said it. Shout out to Blue Devil and his crew. And I had heard it before with Adam, I believe. And there's some other people that have said that after that, that's when the stuff starts looking at you. Because right now, what they're doing right now is like would it be the Matrix? No, yeah, like the Matrix.
The squids.
Yeah, the squids, bro. They're flying around. Okay, what are they talking about? It's like the feds. You know, the feds have if they don't have an open what's it called? Tap. There's some that they can just listen, right? But if they don't have an open tap, they can only listen, I want to say 60 seconds before they hang up.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it happened to me because they were doing that. But if you don't get convicted or anything, or not, they find nothing on you, they have to by law send you a letter. And I got a letter from the California, like what Kamala Harris I think used to be before. She used to be one of the like main prosecutors or something like that. Mm-hmm. I got a letter from them saying just to let you know, between August and something of this month to this month, they gave them like a 30-day. We had surveillance under you by California law. We have to send you this letter. I was like, hey, this is about to be. You know? I showed my wife. She's like, because I used to tell the feds are listening. She's like, you're crazy, right? But they were listening, bro. I wasn't that crazy, right?
It wasn't the weed.
It wasn't the weed, bro. So yeah, they're scanning right now, bro. But now that you know that, next time you watch, I don't know if it was the movie Casino or Goodfellas, but I want to say it had to be Goodfellas. Casino, there wasn't that many wives. They would sit there and to answer the phone, they knew the rule. The rule was and they had it way back then. You see the wives on the phone. Oh yeah, and after this, you see not Al Pacino. Is it who's in Robert De Niro?
De Niro.
I think De Niro's like, okay, 60 seconds, come on. And then what's up when him and Joe Pesci start talking? Because Joe Pesci has his girl talking like for 60 seconds. That way the feds are like, and they show him turn off the recording. So 60 seconds, boys. 60 seconds. We're trying to keep you guys free out here. So, yeah, we passed the 5. Look at that, Chris. 7 minutes, bro. See, we did well, Chris. Yeah. We did well, man. So the Diddy trial Oh my God, where do we even start? We start with the AC up there,
Oh, yeah.
Chris.
I'll be back.
Was it in Casino Driller Joe, right? Well, that's right, homeboy. Get that. So today I'm driving through the Palisades, through the back where it's between for anybody who knows, in those little cuts between Santa Monica and the Palisades. There's like two roads you can take down Napoli, and it goes around. One comes out of the school, one comes out another way. Well, they get very narrow. I saw this box truck coming, and a lot of times I'll pull over for somebody if I see it. So I pulled to the side, let him start coming, and then hey, he's coming. I got my window rolled down. It's probably like 10 in the morning, and he's driving by, and he's like, Gil, his homie's all tatted up. What's up, my boy? I'm like, what's up, homeboy? He like, we're this close. That's how close it is. We're giving each other, like, nah, hey, man, I F with you, Gil. I F with you, homie. We're doing some, what did he say? We're doing some, what do they do when they start rigging? He said, we're rigging over here, la la. And we got all the traffic stopped. Like, that's right, homeboy. So it was dope, man. You see homies out there working, you know, you can tell homie was with it at one point, maybe still is, but out there doing his thing, and he listens to American Cholo. He's like, man, I messaged you. He's a working man, homie. So we are for the working man. Casino is the movie. Notorious One. Who's freakier, Diddy or Adam 22? This is a question that only Chris can answer. Chris, talk to us, brother. Let's get a camera on you, buddy. There you go, Notorious. Look at that. Look, he's right there, brother.
What up, Neto?
So talk to us. Who's freakier?
Shoot. I have to say Diddy, man, because Diddy was so Adam 22. He's doing his thing, but he's doing it because he's trying to make money, right? Like he's doing the porn thing. Everything that he does has a dollar amount attached to it. But with Diddy, he was paying, so he was just doing all of that for fun. Like it wasn't, him trying to make an extra bag.
It wasn't monetary.
Exactly.
Oh yes,
it was genuine. It was just what he wanted to do.
He was a genuine freak.
Exactly. It was pure. His motives were pure.
I don't know if when talking about Diddy, genuine or pure are two words that automatically pop up.
He was 100% freak.
But I respect that, Chris. But I respect that. Damn it. He's a pure freak, bro. I think there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it that he is a complete freak. He'll definitely beat Adam, but they're not that far apart, bro. If Adam had that much money, Adam would be getting his back blown out, homeboy, all day long, bro. If Adam had that much money, you know what? If Adam had that much money, Adam would be the king of the Crips.
He'd buy the whole gang.
Oh, he'll buy the whole gang, homie. If Adam had as much money as P. Diddy, he would, instead of doing that, he'll be a king of the Crips. And then he'll catch a Rico because all the power gets you. Right. And it'll be the same thing, but in a different way, bro. So you gotta watch out. No Ho in the house was good, people. Yeah, so we're gonna bring up in a little bit. There's this YouTube channel I just found. Then they're speaking, and it's a female, and she's pretty much reading out the complete transcript, but it's very entertaining. And because the stuff coming out of the transcript is so juicy, bro. I mean, it just is. There's some stuff that, are you kidding me? So for some of you who have not followed exactly what's been going on, let me try to break it down for you. So first day of this, I think this is the third day. First day of testimony came from, I got the word, Chris, from a mangina.
Mangina.
That was the word from the movie. The movie Ace Bigelow.
Oh,
that's what his pimp would call him, a mangina. Do you remember now? Oh, that's the one. So
wow,
he's a male prostitute, bro. If you're going somewhere and you're at a bachelor party and they say, "Hey, man, we'll give you an extra $500 if you boner," are you a prostitute? Are you a prostitute?
Technically.
What do you mean technically, Chris? What do you mean technically? But
I mean, if she was bad, a lot of guys just do it for free. You know what I mean?
No.
So
I'm
they're like,
saying,
and you're gonna pay me
no,
for it?
but yeah, they're gonna pay you for
So
it.
I was gonna say, but technically,
Yeah, you're a prostitute.
Yeah, that's
so then
prostitution.
And if they call you more than once, more than 5, more than 10 times, and they're paying you every time,
It's a career.
it's a career.
It's your job now.
So okay, So this guy, and the funny part is sometimes it's just like stuff like, are you this where they got him? So apparently, and this what gets me on the RICO Act and how clever it was and how Diddy was this. His lawyer should be bringing this up. Where did you find these people? You would think maybe some high end, call girl ring or cowboy ring. Like I forgot which was the one that got caught a couple years back. It was a female and she had the black book. Anyways, they got him off Craigslist.
No way. Craigslist.
They would get them off of Craigslist.
Wow.
His name was like Frank Black, and her name was something Wood or something. They would both have aliases, and they would both go. And then sometimes Diddy would go to Craigslist, and then remember Craigslist? They would have that in there. Oh, I like this one here. And sometimes she would go in there and pick them. They found that gentleman, and this is all testimony. Diddy's in the corner sitting over there with that bandana on, and then the guy comes in. She tells him, "Hey, listen, this is not a really bachelorette party. My husband's sitting over there. I'm gonna go over there. I want to have sex with you." She's gorgeous, bro. And he says, "Okay." Yeah, right. Hey, Chris, you're going in there. You're gonna go engineer this. He tells you, "Chris, I need you in the bedroom." What are you gonna say, Chris?
Oh, I'm smashing.
With Diddy right there in the corner, Chris. That's what I'm talking about.
For Cassie?
Cassie. That's my man, Chris, right there. Give yourself a clap, Chris. Give yourself a clap, man. Oh, that's good. Okay. So Chris now is smashing. This was the deal. If you performed not well and it was like $500, if you performed well, $6,000. Wow, that was the range, bro. And sometimes he said he would get like $500-$600, and sometimes he would get $6,000. But so this guy's coming over, smashing Cassie, coming away with 5 racks every time.
Sounds like the best job in the world to me.
Well, but that's the problem. That is the problem with their prosecution right now, I think.
Yeah.
Because if they had me as a juror, bro, Diddy's walking. Diddy's walking. I'm sorry. If this was a state trial that was about domestic violence, then yeah, let's get this guy. But on a federal trial, and you're putting a RICO Act on this guy, and I saw one comment in our thread, and it was a great comment. They said, "Hey, if this was a RICO Act, where are the rest of the defendants? Don't you need
it's an organization?
It's an organization, yeah,
for organized crime.
Let's wait till more comes out. But so far, and this is why I said you brought Cassie out. You don't bring your star witness out until the very end. And she is the star witness. And I think a lot of people, and I've been watching some much higher level podcasts. I'm talking to people in the 10 millions, 5 millions, like big. And a lot of them are saying like, dude, like this is it, because they raided his house. They raided Miami. They raided Beverly Hills. I'm waiting to see, damn, dude, this fool had kids in cages and he was slanging 14-year-old and he was moving weight and he was, wait a minute, what? I'm like, so far I see a chick that was a major, major fan of his, wanted to do whatever once so she can get in the car with Diddy. And for many years, she was part of it. And maybe at a certain point, she just got burned out and said, I'm tired of this shit. This guy's not going to marry me. He's not going to have a baby by me. But you should have figured that out the first year when this was having you bang other guys in the corner of the room, bro.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, no, any other woman with any kind of decency and morals and values, as soon as Puff said, hey, I want you to have sex with, well, you ain't even got a ring on this shit. Like, she didn't play her cards right.
But he was wearing the upside down pineapple shirt.
That's the power, huh, Chris?
That's the power of the pineapple.
That's the power. So let's play. This was from today. Let me see the YouTube channel if I can pronounce it. I made a post on our community post. Kadashian, Kadishalynn. That is the YouTube channel, and she breaks it down very good. If you guys want to go, this is the third day of testimony with Cassie, right? Cassie or Casey? Cassie. Let's listen to a little bit of this.
confidence
You
yet.
can fade me to
So
black,
then
but
Diddy's
just-
team turned to another exhibit and said, you wrote, I love our freak offs when we both won it. You felt that? Loving freak offs were just words at that point. Mr. Combs wrote to you, I want to freak off right now. And you wrote that you wanted it too. LOL, me too. I texted more than that. But you did text that to him. Mr. Combs wrote to you, Jules is available if you're into it. You could have said yes or no, and you said love you. There was no yes or no. Bring up the next exhibit. Mr. Combs wrote, do I have your permission to set up freaky fun? You wrote ovulation. Yes. Here, what do you say? I asked which hotel. I must have called him in between. I don't want to assume anything. He said montage. You said you could also go to Pleasure Chest. What would you get there? S supplies. What were the supplies?
Pause it real quick.
Lubricants, outfits.
So this was, like I said, this was the third day. She's on the stand. I think this is her second day because the Mangina was the first one, and she's going back and forth. And she's being playful. She's like, I want to do it. It was nothing like, hey, B, get your ass over here. And nothing like that. Right? Nothing like that. And let's keep going.
He says, have fun. Impress me. You say, okay. He says, can we kiss a lot? What do you say? Yes. You wrote, I left the iPad. I don't know whose iPad this meant. Mr. Combs wrote, I'll be there right after my session. This was in June 2017. Do you remember the arguments you were having at this time?
Forward a
Not
little bit, Chris.
specifically. Here you say the game starts at 10. What did you find out about Gina and how did you feel? Did it upset you? Yes. It prompted arguments?
That
it
right
did.
there is, she's asking about another girl that Puff was with. Did you? Yes, I did. And let's keep going. Watch.
And he thought you were not faithful? What are his reactions? It was scary. Mr. Combs wrote to you, let's do something different in New York City this weekend. FYI, Dave hit me. What does hit mean? Reached out. And Daniel contacted you. Did this mean you might have a freak off? Might. He then goes on to tell you, you better put me on VIP vibrate alarm or something. He's frustrated. You don't answer his text fast enough. Right. You tell him to come to New York City, understanding that there could be a freak off. Maybe. You also saw the Book of Mormon. Cassie says yes, and then she laughs. Mass pleasure? Is this an S club? I would assume. He asked, are you ready for tonight? What did you say? Yes, I just have to get some things.
Take it out, Chris. So at that part, Cassie even laughed on trial, dude. And I don't think that was a great look that the prosecutors liked. She did you? Yeah, it's like, in other words, she's kind of. It almost makes me think that she's reminiscing about those days and what was going on. She's like, yeah, like, I went to a sex party. Yeah. She was living the P Diddy life, bro. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So far from what you hear, Chris, what are your thoughts on this trial, man? That what's going on? Is it less of the stuff that you thought was going on, or is it this?
Yeah, it seems a little bit more mundane than I thought. Because like with Kells, with R. Kelly, I'm sorry.
Kells.
Everybody in R&B calls him Kells. So with him, there were, he was keeping women locked up in cages, right? Like,
yes,
it was a completely different thing. But here, I mean, there was domestic violence.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. But it just doesn't seem as monstrous.
No, they sold it. It's like right now, it's like all the raids and everything we saw, it was for like 8 months. It wasn't like they raided and they didn't arrest him for a while. Still, remember TMZ was following him around. They thought he was going to leave the country. He never did. Mm-hmm. And they sold this movie because that's what it is to a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's a movie, bro. They sold this thing as, man, this guy is John Gotti, Al Capone. He's the Black Godfather of Harlem. He's just, and it's like, so far I'm like, he's a freak. Mm-hmm. He's a freak, bro. Was he abusive? Yeah, I'm sure you saw the video. Of course he was, dude.
Yeah.
I think somebody said it best. I don't know if they said it on trial. I think it was maybe the prosecutor. I think they made a mistake by saying this. They said he was like Ike and she was like Tina Turner. Mm-hmm. I get that. Ike is no Rico guy. Ike ain't a mafia boss. Ike's a dirtbag that was beating his wife, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what this fool should be on trial for. He should be on trial for beating his wife, and anything else that they can prove 100%. You can't go sue this fool, get $10 million, say you're walking away, you're gone, and now you're in trial over here saying, oh, you had the worst time. When you guys go through that channel and read and hear the whole transcripts. 2 years, she's on him. She would even hit him up, and this is on the Texas. Hey, it's like you don't even want to be with me. So she's chasing him. For 2 years, he's P. Diddy, bro. He's going anywhere. I'm sure he's having sex in all kind of cities. This fool was doing the sex tour, bro. The sex tour of the Diddy parties, right?
Yeah.
And she's chasing him around. To me, she almost became like a huge fan and groupie of this guy. And did he treat her like shit? I'm sure he did. I'm sure sometimes it felt she was on top of the world. But sometimes she was in the gutter with him. Mm-hmm. But you stayed, bro. You stayed. Now they're saying, oh, it's that Stockholm syndrome. But get out of here. No, it's that gigolo. It's that groupie syndrome. That wasn't Stockholm. That was a groupie syndrome. I want to be with Puff. I want everybody to know that I'm with Diddy. I'm with Puff. I don't even think it was so much the lifestyle, because she could have been with other rich guys, which she was, right? Mm-hmm. She was with his producer or who?
Yeah, Ryan Leslie. She was with Ryan Leslie first.
And how long was she with him for?
Well, he discovered her.
As a singer?
Yeah, as a singer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I have to check, but I would say, imagine like a year or two, a couple years.
And then
I could check.
And then she went to Diddy.
Yep. She ended up, like, they were shopping around to get a record deal. She signed with Diddy.
All right, so let's see what you guys got. Diddy's a freak, but so far I don't see any crimes committed. Yes, he's a dirty freak, but those were consenting adults, and they continue having relationships with them. I'm telling you, dude, I think right now they better come up with something. They better come up with the guest appearance and Justin Bieber walks in, bro. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for like a Justin Bieber to walk in and say, this guy touched. As many lawsuits that they had with children that are now adults saying they touched them. If they have those, then yeah, bro, it's done. And he deserves to go to prison for the rest of his life, right? Mm-hmm. But if they don't, I don't think this jury's going to convict him, dude. I think they should have gone to a state trial and ran it with some major domestic. They could have broke him off some time. They could have brought him off some real time.
Yeah.
But with this one, maybe they overplayed it and they're not going to get him. It depends who the jury is, bro.
Yeah, they may not get him with this.
So go ahead.
Online it says that Ryan Leslie and Cassie were together for 3 years.
Okay. Yeah, they said she screwed up real bad at a park. What was it? The something park. It used to be like a BET.
106 in Park?
106 in Park, yeah. I heard, because I was hearing the whole thing today, that I guess she had a performance there and she just crashed. But it wasn't so much her fault. She said her earpiece, she couldn't hear herself. I don't know how. You're a singer. Does that affect you that much?
Yeah, 100%. It affects the way that you hear pitch. If you can't hear yourself, it's hard to stay in the key.
Oh, really? Is that why I can't sing well, dude?
No.
It all makes sense, Chris. No. No wonder my karaoke has been sounding that great, bro. I need to get, Chris, you're hired, bro. I need to get in there and hear myself, Chris.
Those are called in-ear monitors.
All right. Hey, it's almost Father's Day. I gotta tell my wife, hey, baby, I need an in-ear monitor.
In-ear monitor.
She's gonna buy me that one from the, what's the name? The old people.
Like, that's a hearing aid.
That's a hearing aid. So, okay, but that's usually when it's a huge venue, no? Or do you use one when you go singing?
Every time.
Really? Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, she has to be right.
Usually pros use them.
That's what happened to what's the name I heard? Big Joe or Fat Joe in New York.
Big Joe, Bad Joe.
In New York.
Oh, during the World Series?
That's what he said. He said, dude, I can't hear shit.
I mean,
you can't hear shit. No. What do you think?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
He's not singing. That's the thing. It's like,
hey, yeah, but you're rapping. But that's why he was off cue with the singing and the rapping. That's what it was. A lot of it was off cue, bro. It
wasn't no energy. It wasn't.
To me, it wasn't. He was tired, bro.
Yo, he's not hitting the notes. Like nobody cares about that. From Fat Joe.
He should have given it to 50 Cent, huh?
He just wasn't bringing the.
He should have brought somebody. Yeah, I guess he wasn't bringing the heat, bro. Just say it, Chris. Chris don't want no beef with Fat Joe, bro. Just say it, Chris. Just say it.
He could have went harder.
Okay. So, so I'm not right now. If I'm in the jury, bro, I'm not buying it. I'm still like, okay, I'm making my notes. I'm doing like, okay, this fool's a baby oil. He loved the baby oil, bro. So in that third piece, right? She stops. So what would you do? So she's like, well, sometimes we'll go in the room and he'll try to direct us. Like one time he says, okay, you guys play role that you just met each other and you're walking into the room. And then we started and we really didn't do good acting. So like, no, stop. Get over here and just start having sex. And he was just the master of his universe, bro. He was flip her over, put her over here. And then I had to laugh. Like, what the hell? He's like, one time we're going, he's like, no, cut, stop. What happened? You need more baby oil. Oh shit.
He was Burt Reynolds and Boogie Nights.
Yes, bro. That's who he was. He sat there and stopped the show because he wanted more baby oil. And she said, yeah, one time we had and they showed the picture. One of those little kid pools that go outside that are maybe like 5 feet in diameter, but they blow up. They go up maybe like this high nowadays. Full of baby oil.
Damn.
No, that fool, I don't know, bro. That baby oil has got to be it. It's got to be it, bro. We got to put some money in baby oil after this one. Yeah. Puff is a freak, bro. I wonder if this is true. Because right now you're seeing all the old clips coming up, right? The one where, who was this rapper, bro? Let me think for a second. I just saw it today. East Coast rapper. Let me think of his face. Well, I think Mellow Man Ace, but there's another Ace. It was a group.
Oh, a group?
First it was two of them, and then they pretty much went by themselves. For a little bit, there were maybe it was on Wu-Tang.
No.
Yeah, there was two of them.
Wu-Tang's.
Yeah, I know, but they broke off of Wu-Tang, and it was two of them.
Oh, Iron Man. Damn.
They did the one with the
Raekwon.
No, they did the one Getting High or something. They did a couple movies.
Oh, you're talking about Meth. Redman and Method Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Method Man was in Wu-Tang. Redman wasn't.
Okay, so Method Man, the taller one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Method Man, I want to say, no, it was Method Man. He's like, they asked, hey, what about Kanye? He's like, fuck that in. He's like, man, I saw that fool at one of the Diddy parties blowing some dude. That's exactly what he said. This was 15 years ago.
Wow.
And remember, right now, Kanye just came out and was saying some weird shit about having sex with a transvestite guy and some weird stuff. And I think he was probably like, a lot of stuff's going to come out. So he's probably either getting ahead of it. But when you hear this guy about 15 years ago, see if you can find it.
Okay.
Maybe it's Red. Was it? No, it wasn't Red Man. But it was Red Man and Method Man, right? Mm-hmm. Method Man and Red Man. Oh, he's giving us both of them. That's right. I love it, though. You go in that room after 6 hour freak off and take a huge. Oh no, bro, no. Oh, for 100 grand. Oh hell yeah! Come on, play it. You forget. I'm sorry, sir. You forgot to mention that part. You're right. You forgot to mention 100K. No mama's way. I've smelled much worse, homie.
I found it.
I've been in LA County or some just ratty ass place. Oh Jesus, bro.
I found a clip.
I hate that nigga, man. Once I seen the nigga.
Oh man, good thing the 5 minutes.
The 5 minutes are up, bro.
All right, here we go.
Okay, yeah, listen to this, bro. Trip out on this. You gotta cut it a little bit, no, Chris?
As soon as I click, it's gonna.
Kanye West, I hate that nigga, man. Once I seen the nigga.
Hold on.
Let
me cue it right.
Chris is a master at his arts. Yeah, this was at 100 grand, man.
You can do a lot with 100 G's.
Man, I'll take me a joint, take me some French fries in there if they want. Like,
Okay, let's see. Yeah,
go ahead, Chris. I ain't doing it for no 10 racks. Don't call me for 10 racks. I'll have some freak call me. American Joe, I want you to come to my hotel room. Don't come at me with no 10 racks, bro. I'm good, brother. 100 is my minimum, bro. 100 is my minimum, bro. Yeah. I'll have all kind of freakers always calling me up, bro.
What you do for $100?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Come smell my after sex. Yeah, 10 grand now, bro. Then that makes me a whore. If I take 100, that makes it a career.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Chris? Yeah, for 100, it makes it a career, damn it.
Here you go.
Let's go. What you got?
Kanye West, I hate that nigga, man. Once I seen the nigga at one of our parties and shit, sucking dick in the bathroom.
There it is.
Kanye West, I hate that nigga.
I believe that. I believe that.
Damn.
I believe that, bro. At this point, I have to believe that. After the testimony, what's going on with Puff, dude? You see the thumbnail, bro? That fool. I'm telling you that every time I see Puff, I see that fool because he's at the party. It's his party. Everybody's partying. They're ecstasy out there, this and that, and he know he getting some or somebody getting to him. And from what the word of it, yeah, dude, they're the freak offs. Everybody know he's been doing it for 10 years. You think his lust didn't just get larger and larger and larger?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's other people there. And this also ties back into Cat Williams. Cat Williams said, listen, Matt, and Cat Williams, I've heard it from like 4 or 5 different big people in the industry, right? That you've seen the interviews. Not they called me. You've seen the interviews. And they've all said, yeah, bro, at some point in times, they're going to call you into a room and say, hey, man, you're going to do something that's foul, like where they're going to have you on camera, whether it's having some guy go down on you or you got to go down on some of them and do some weird stuff. In other words, sell your soul to the devil, right? And when I'm looking at this case right now, I'm just seeing Cassie as just one of those people that sold her soul to the devil, bro. She had every opportunity to walk away. Every opportunity, like I said, any woman with any type of morals or class, whether she was into Puff, she would have had sex with him, and then one day she Puff, hey, what? Like, oh no, I'm sorry. You're looking for that hoe. You ain't looking for me. Straight up, you're looking for that. You're looking for a hoe. That's what any woman with any self-respect would have said, bro. That's my personal feeling. Am I taking away from the domestic? And no, absolutely not. That fool should go to prison, but should go to state. He should get tried in state. You can't just sit here and because he's a freakazoid, all of a sudden we're putting a RICO Act on this guy. A RICO Act? Where's the RICO Act? Oh, he flew in hookers from other states, right? It's like if he flew in his dope man and said, man, bring me some coke. He's not trafficking the drugs.
Right.
He's telling him, bring me drugs. I'm going to use them.
That's different.
He's
not running the organization.
That's completely different.
He's the customer.
Because if they try him for this, that is such a slippery slope where they can get you for anything, bro. For anything and say, oh, it's RICO. That is not RICO. RICO was made to get organized crime. And this fool trying to have a freak off all the time with his fucking girl for the last 8-10 years, and they have this toxic relationship, I'm sure. But they're super rich. And all of a sudden now it's a problem. Like
Federal case.
yeah, no, bro, no. I don't see it. Unless, like I said, unless they get like a Justin Bieber, somebody in there to walk in and say he was doing this to kids, which is there a possibility of that? Absolutely. Absolutely there's a possibility of that. But that's what I want to see on a federal case. I don't want to see federal case for 2025 Ike and Tina. That's what this is coming down to.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Right? I don't know. Kanye West finna deny talking about it was Kanye East. Oh, so yeah, we got a couple questions here. We already did Diddy or Adam, both sleazeballs, but Diddy beats Adam 22.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So now we got Diddy or R. Kelly. Who's worse? Kelly, bro.
Probably Kelly.
Kelly, Chris. Yeah. Kelly, bro. It had to be because he had these girls. And it's the same shit, though. It was some, I may say, because going over there to his place and, oh, this R. Kelly, but it ends up being what everybody glamorizes. The gangster hustle, the pimp game. That's what that is. That's that life, bro.
Yeah, but through a musical context. Because all these, like the ladies, they were trying to be aspiring R&B singers.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll work with you. I'll put you out.
Isn't that every dirtbag?
Yeah.
every dirtbag guy. Like, hey, baby, I'll make you a star.
Yeah. But he was like, move in with me. And then, like, as soon as they got in, they couldn't leave.
Well, then, yeah, that's why. No, you're tripping, bro. You're tripping. That's where he crossed the line. At some point, you crossed the line. But I don't think did they get R. Kelly on a RICO or something like that? Or was it just was it a state?
Let me see. Let me check.
Yeah, we good. It's good to know, man. Yeah, I think definitely Kelly's worse. Well, hey, so far, So far, bro. This is the thing. We're following the trial, bro. Kelly wasn't doing underage boys. What Great White Hope? That's what we're waiting to see. If Diddy's doing any underage girls, then yeah, bro, hang him. But as far as right now, no, it's what they got?
He was Rico.
He was Rico too, R. Kelly.
R. Kelly was Rico. Yeah.
What the hell? So damn, bro. Hey, Chris, cancel the rest of my freak offs. No more for me, bro. That's it.
Fade to black. We're out of here.
Hey, but you know, all right, people, it was great. Chris, get the fuck out. Go, Chris, go. Hey, but why is it that we don't got no names, bro? We want names to the parties. We want other videos. They're hiding all that stuff, right?
Yeah. There's got to be a ton of videos.
There's got to be a ton of. Oh, look up the guy that came out in 2017. Oh, this is good stuff. Hold on. Let me Google it real quick. Let me look here. I think. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This was the one. Jonathan Odie. You've all seen it, whether you know or not, or 90% of you have seen this video. Jonathan Odie. He was a guy who was arrested for going into Florida, Mar-a-Lago, and shooting up the place, shooting up a gun, and saying that Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and R. Kelly are trying to kill him or rape him or something, unalive him, as they say. And everybody just thought he was a nutcase. Well, it comes out that Diddy did give that guy $5 million, bro.
He gave him $5 million?
He had an MDA. $5 million. And you know why we didn't believe him? Because of how he looks now. And you'll see when he pops up.
Let me get a pic.
Yeah. Oh, he was a yeah. How's he look?
It ain't good.
Okay, but look at him when he made his deal.
I gotta watch an ad.
Oh, yeah. No ads on my thing, Chris.
30 seconds. This is a News Nation.
Oh, they have their own ad in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Look at the picture of him when he's young. Let me see if I can find while you're doing that, Chris.
Oh, okay. So I have the picture of him now.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Then Odie. That's what happens, Chris. That was me, bro. I was like that guy.
So I'll put the picture now of him now.
Right. I'm looking for that one.
And then
look up Jonathan Otis, whatever his name is, as a Chippendales dancer. I don't want to mess up the.
Okay, so that's him now.
That's him now. So and there's a video. Why don't you look for the video? There's a video
Do we have to watch it?
of him talking.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say. I thought you wanted the Chippendale stuff. I was like, I don't want to see
video. Yeah. Hey, Chris, make sure to slow down. Go back there. Go back to the buttocks. Like, Chris, like, damn, this fool is going to the freaking league. Really, Chris?
Everything they said is true, America.
Yeah, I want to see the Chippendale. No,
Zoom in on that. Do that. Pause that, Chris.
I want to see this fucking interrogation. Oh, Jesus. Hey, at least I have fun, bro. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the laugh, bro. Thank you for the laugh. No, that's him right there in that picture. He got interrogated after that shooting. And you thought he was crazy, bro. You thought he was crazy, but after hearing it, word for word. It's hard to find it, huh? Yeah, it's hard to find it, but I saw. Look up for the video. Now I'm gonna get you that picture right now, Chris.
Maybe because I didn't spell it right.
Yeah, that could be it. No, but I tried looking to it. Let me see. Here if I can find it. So, Jonathan Odie, people. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Where's that picture? That's why when I said, oh yeah, this fool was a stripper. Well, either way, look for the video on YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, they have a picture of him, and he's all like the leggings down and just a bow tie and no shirt. Yeah, that fool was a Chippendales dancer back when you had to, it wasn't this what's this world now where they call it you can't fat shame, or you can't do this, so everybody's beautiful. This was the 90s and early 2000s. Back then you still had to be a fucking a guy, and he was in great shape. So I was like, all right. But when I first saw this video, I thought the same thing because of his appearance, bro. Because his appearance, you think he's a nutcase, but just wait. Oh, J-Lo. Oh, J-Lo's the freak of leaks. What the freak offs, Chris? I don't know. What do you think?
What? Wait, I'm sorry, I missed it. I was
go ahead.
scanning.
He's working. You think J-Lo was at the freak offs? She had to be. She was at the white parties, bro. That's what they said. It was they started during the white parties. It eventually, the white parties, some people will go home and the exclusive will stay and do their thing.
I mean,
I don't think J-Lo would get a male hooker. She's like gonna be with that male hooker when it came out already. Like shit.
that's a great question.
Right. Anthony Cruz, $2 super chat. Appreciate that, my man. We need more collabs with you and Haters World. That was a good one, huh? That's what I'm talking about. All right, Chris, you got the video yet? Well, you can't find the video of him? Oh, no. Let's go to...
And I'm searching through, like scanning the videos.
To look for his video?
To look for the one where they show him as a dancer.
Oh, no, not a dancer. I want the one of him getting interrogated.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Chris, back to the dancer. Interrogation. No. That's too sexy, Chris. That's why Ben Affleck dipped out on her. No, Ben Affleck dipped out on her because she's a rich woman who don't take no shit from nobody, don't need no man. And, Affleck's the guy who wants to drink a beer, chill with the boys, this and that. And I'm sure J-Lo wants to be the center of attention because, she's living in that world with Diddy and them and all that, bro. I'm not saying she's messing around with Diddy and all that for the last many years, but is it the one, Chris? Or is it the guy shooting up the place? Oh, but then eventually they should show his interrogation, right?
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, perfect. So, all right, let's. Oh, yeah.
It's just a long one. It's like 30 minutes.
Well, let's try to fast forward and see what he did. You could put the whole screen for a few seconds there.
Okay.
Fast forward and see this. So this is the guy. I want to say he shot up one of Trump's hotels or something in Florida. This was in 2017, 2018, but I think they'll say it in the report right now. There you go.
Dog Bubbles, my favorite dog. Yeah. Diddy and Ross was the good buddies. Okay, they're gay.
Come on, rewind it.
Diddy and Ross and Cat. Story is bad in.
What's so loud? That the music they have on there?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! I'll put it down a little bit. I mean, no, put it down. Let's do like a reaction.
Oh, gotcha.
He's embarrassed about Stormy's situation. Okay.
So you don't have
Can I say it?
yeah.
Just my dog Bubbles. My favorite dog. Yeah. Diddy and Ross was the good buddies. Okay. They're gay.
You heard we said it's gay, right?
Diddy and Ross and Cat. They're all
Ross,
gay.
DJ Khaled,
Khaled, Rick Ross,
and Diddy.
P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cat
What?
is a Hamas supporter.
You gotta believe him, bro.
So
Okay.
who supported?
Hamas.
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 Yeah.
Sorry, I said it
Oh,
wrong.
no.
Hamas supporter.
All
Okay. I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's in that.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy,
Yeah,
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The
The
Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people.
Bro,
Okay, I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay, she was just a servant, but she was my
forward over. Let's see. Let me
you
get.
know, took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
That we're not accepting more corruption and abuse from their system of friends.
Okay.
Okay. Donald's still blind because he thinks that he hit Hillary off the hook.
Take it off.
He's okay.
But so
you understand what I'm saying?
he broke down exactly what she said would go down. Was he would be in the corner, she would call him up, she would have sex with him and break him off some money. How somewhere in there he'll say it, how he got the money from Puff. It's a USB like this or something, but it was a camera. He said that it was getting wild in there. Like straight up, that's what I say. Hey, this is getting wild. Like she's getting so high sometimes. I believe she became addicted to opiates, whatever. I don't know what it was, but it was. They were, and they both, him too. So they were both on drug-fueled, just sex fucking binges, bro. They were doing a comparator times 1,000, straight up times 1,000. Right? That's what they were. That's what they were doing. Comparator times 1,000, bro. We're just and he said that one time she looked so high. He's like, oh, he put it down on right next to the bed and pressed play to record. I mean, press record because he's like, dude, I don't want. He's like, she dies. I don't want people to think I killed her and the cops come after me because he knew this was gonna throw me in the bus. Like,
For sure. For sure.
oh, you don't think people would have said, well, it was my fault.
No, that's not how it works.
So
With powerful people like that, they need a fall guy.
So he was the fall guy. He got the recording. Yeah. Somehow, some way, they found out he had it, and no, maybe it was Matt Chip and they was talking about. I don't know. He said something, and they gave him $5 million.
Wow,
that is the word, bro. That is the word.
Why is he in jail?
Oh, because he's off on that case. He ended up losing his brains. Went and shot up a place in I think in Florida. That's what he was in there for. He went and he said that they're trying to unalive Donald Trump and that it was Hillary Clinton. But it's like somewhere in his mind, reality's not kicking in, or maybe it is. Maybe he's that guy in the movie that we watched that hey, that guy's crazy, and in reality, his mind is blown because he knows the truth, bro.
Huh? Or maybe they had him doing all kind of drugs too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's burned out, and his brains are burned out. But when I saw the flick, I said, okay, yeah, this fool. But that's another guy. I don't think they're gonna bring him up, but it'd be nice if he got. But I don't know how that works because even she signed that MDA, but maybe it's MDA, right? That's what it's called.
NDA.
NDA. I'm sorry.
Non-disclosure.
Non-disclosure. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. She signed the NDA for $10 million, but maybe because there was a crime. Like, how do you?
Oh yeah. So NDAs they don't carry over. Those are civil, right? So they don't carry over to criminal prosecutions.
Yeah, but can't Puff go after that money that he paid her? Like, hey, I told you not to talk about this, and you're talking about it.
I think he could countersue, but he's
not gonna do that.
He has enough trouble right now.
Oh shit. Okay, so R. Kelly wins that one. Okay, who's worse, Puff Daddy or SPM?
SPM.
SPM. I agree, bro. Puff Daddy or Marvelous Inc? It's still Puff Daddy, bro. it's still Puff Daddy. All right, let's open up the phone lines real quick, man. I want to see what you guys are talking about. But yeah, I'm real curious, and let's not get off topic. Let's try to stay on this crazy whirlwind of the Diddy life, bro. And let me know what you guys really think, bro. Let's see. All right, what we got over here? Give me 1 second. What's going on the YouTube yarda? Oh, you gotta love it. What the effing Diddy's going on, Gil? I don't know. Chris said, hey, man, look, I got a picture of Diddy when I went to his party couple years back. I said, oh, man, let me use it as a thumbnail, Chris. He's like, okay. Appreciate that thumbnail, Chris.
I do not endorse.
Oh, hotline.
Vato, loco.
What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
This is Manuel from downtown. Hey, fool, don't get caliente in there talking about the Diddy parties, fool.
No, bro, no, that's all Chris, bro. That's all Chris, bro. He was trying to make me go to one. I said, Charlie, yeah, Chris with that, homeboy. Chris said, if Casey, he'd be on it.
All right, so this is my theory, homie. And you know how the industry is. The industry they're like that, bro. The industry is known to have the casting couch, hey, you're not going to make it unless you bang Harvey Weinstein.
Straight up.
Did you know that Harvey Weinstein right now he's having a retrial? I'm
Yes.
not sure if you heard
Yes,
about that.
yes.
Yeah.
The last,
So
it got thrown out his last conviction.
yeah. So and I know a woman from the industry that told me that Harvey Weinstein has been doing this for years.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
been,
for 20, 30 years. But you got to remember, you see that in the movies, in the 80s movies, and women being powerful. Back then, people forget. People think, and I'm not saying you, they believe that the world is just how it is now. No, 30 years ago, a guy would go hit a girl in the butt and say, hey, let's go make me some coffee. That's how it was. It's not right.
So like R. Kelly and this fool Diddy, I do believe that they were involved in some things that were shady, and they're saying that Clive Davis, the dude that was in charge of Diddy, they're saying that this fool turned out Diddy.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't know if you heard about that.
I have. I've been following it, bro. And him Davis, he wrote a book in 2013, I believe the year is, that he admitted to being bisexual.
Yeah, which is, that's his pedo, you know, but I don't think
I believe it 100%. I believe he turned.
Yeah.
Every one of these guys has a mentor that turns them out, and it's pretty much they're gonna ask you, "Hey, bro, you want to make it? This is what you have to do." So to me, I equate that to, you want to sell your soul to the devil? I'll give you the kingdom, bro. But eventually you gotta pay the piper, bro. Eventually you gotta do it. And that's what's going on with Diddy right now.
Yeah, and my theory is that they're using this Diddy thing, even though I believe he's going to be guilty of some of these things.
Right.
I believe they're using this whole Diddy thing so that we all forget about the Epstein list and Trump being on the Epstein list and all these politicians that are all on that list. Because remember he said he was going to release the list.
Yeah,
Where's the list at?
They've only released a small snippet of it, and it wasn't even so much. And
it was redacted.
Yeah,
it had a bunch of black lines across it.
Yeah, the only one that was on it that they released was Bill Clinton again, and Hillary Clinton was on it.
I think my last case that I caught, they turned in the file to me the same way, dog. Everything had black lines across it.
Yeah, that's not good.
So they didn't want to burn the bike squad or whatever.
Of course, or the snitch.
But that's what they're doing, dude. They're trying to get us to forget about the trompas and the Epstein list and all their little bullshit with it.
On this one, you have powerful people on this list, bro. You have powerful people in the industry, and the government uses the industry and everything else to try to, influence this, influence that. So I'm also curious to see. It might be like the Epstein list, because so far you're not hearing anybody's name. Like,
hey, Cholo.
Yeah, shoot.
You know why I respect you still, dog? Because you've been one of the only podcasters to speak about the Palestinians, homie. I know it's off topic, but I give you props for that, fool.
All right, fool, for sure.
All right, Locochon.
Yeah, you got it, fool.
All right, Locochon.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Hey, let me see what we got. Enriquez Ledesma, member for 1 month. Appreciate you, boss man. The list won't ever be released. The alphabet agencies will lose all leverage in ongoing investigations. These are facts. But I believe they don't want to release it because there's so many powerful people that make money off of this stuff. You can't have my top basketball player is gonna be on this list. I think he is. My top musician is gonna be on this list. Oh, I think he is. My top actors are on this list. She's on the list? That's why she left the country, I believe. Ellen
DeGeneres?
Oh, she's on one of the top on their list that would go to the parties a lot. Ellen's.
I could see that.
Yeah, Ellen puts it on and let's go. Come on, brother. These people live in a different world, bro. Different world, and we're getting a glimpse into it.
Well, to me, it seemed like her show kind of came out of nowhere.
How she got? Yeah, you got to sell your soul. Because when her show was real good, and then she came out as gay, which nobody really cared. But she shifted her whole show to that, and she lost the audience and that, and she was gone. And then out of nowhere, Ellen just fucking skyrocket to the top, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta sell your soul.
She was like the new Oprah for a split second.
For a good chunk.
Huge.
But it wasn't like Puff Daddy was only doing this for like 18 months before he got caught. We only know a
little bit.
Actually, it's been 2012. Yeah, it's been like 12. No, he got caught. So, but he had a 10-year run at least, and that's from her account.
Right.
So. No, he's been doing this forever, bro. Everybody knew. It's like, let's say you're going to some party like, oh man, this food bachelor party is like this big, huge one. It's gonna be hookers everywhere. It's gonna be cocaine. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be like everybody, and he has them constantly. And for some reason, hey, why is his party so popular? And everybody's like, you don't know. You don't think that was the same case with Puff Daddy?
Yeah, I could see that.
No, after let's say the minimum 15 years, he's throwing these kind of parties. And they're all big parties. And you have big stars going back to him. Back to back to back. Nah, to me, it's like these guys all knew. Everybody knew. The industry all knew. And something happened with Puff. We're like, all right, yes, you're coming off the board, buddy.
Yeah, I think he probably did something.
Right?
For it to just all come out right now. Like he must have pissed somebody off or
that's what I'm saying.
Threatened the wrong guy.
They were saying something about, he was having some major argument with some huge music moguls and stuff like that. So in today's world, bro, it's like some of this stuff can definitely be true. It used to seem like everything was conspiracy before, but nah, this stuff is like, it's coming to light, bro.
I know. I heard some rumors when I first got here.
What'd you
When
hear?
I was in the studio, that's what some of the rappers they would say. Like, if you get too high, they're going to pull you into a room. You're going to get invited to a party, and they're going to give you an ultimatum. So it's like, are you going to play ball and do what they want to do and sell your soul? Or are you going to
Chris,
not going to have a career?
there's this party I got to invited tomorrow, right? I need you to go as a representative of American Cholo.
Nah, I'm good.
After that, you'll come back and like, Gil. You come back with all platinum out.
Driving a Bentley.
Yeah. I'm your producer, Gil. And the engineer, bitch, sit out over here.
Be like, it's my show now, Gil.
Hey, we on, player. We on. Hey, that's what it is, though, bro.
Yeah.
But not to get too biblical. Go ahead. Oh, man. Let's see what's up with this crazy guy. Bama, what's good, player? The world famous Alabama Mexican.
Hey man, what you guys talking shit about Diddy, man? What if he's innocent, man?
No. Listen, Bama. I'm not taking any advice from a guy who bones his cousins, bro. Come on, brother. No way. No way. Hey, Bama. I don't know if you heard any of the podcasts before. I don't know if you have you been following the Diddy stuff at all?
Well, I don't really keep up with a lot of, like, haven't you noticed me? I have nothing but original material, man.
What do you,
I told you need to get...
This is about as original as it gets, bro. This is literally dropped today.
Well, yeah, but it's the same story from... This is what it is.
All right.
That there's some money involved, that war, and then they're just trying to fuck up his image. But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Who would you rather be? Puff Daddy or Don Lemon?
Puff that? No, right now I think I'd rather be Don Lemon. I believe. I don't know what's wrong with Don Lemon.
Shit.
What's wrong with Don Lemon?
Oh, fuck. Well, that fucker has had 100% dick for fun with no money.
But that doesn't mean that when I turn into Don Lemon, I'm gonna go back and get some fierro myself. After that, I'm gonna find God and say, I'm no longer gay.
No. Hey, that motherfucker got married for dick. I think that's way worse. Hey, at least Puffy was banging all these bitches and he was like having fun and whatever.
Well,
I mean, come on, America.
No, Puff was more of a cuck, bro. He was the guy in the corner wanking off watching the show. He just got off on watching the show.
Well, Don Lemon was 100% dick, no cuck, never had a pussy.
Oh, Jesus, bro. Oh, Jesus. It sounds to me like you've been keeping tabs on both these guys, bro.
Hey, who would you rather be, Puff Daddy or Gavin Newsom?
Oh, God. No, Newsom's got a great life, bro. He's a sleazeball, and he's got money. He's just like Puff, but he's got the slick hair and the talk and the movement, bro. No, he got it going on, player.
Hey, Puffy has been famous since Puffy's been having fun since he was 19 years old. He was already he had his own record label at 19.
Yeah,
when you were 19, I reckon, Cholo, you were trying to steal Ben Davis hats or whatever.
I was in jail, bro. I was in jail chilling, bro. I was chilling. No, but this is what I equated to. I equated to he sold his soul to the devil, and now it's time to pay the piper, bro.
Well, but something happened, and we ain't never gonna find out what happened. Just like the pyramids. That's why I don't really follow none of this shit, man. Hey, we ain't nobody's ever gonna know what happened or
We're
what
gonna
went
find
down
out,
there.
bro. We're gonna find out, even if we gotta make it up.
Well, yeah, I don't know what happened, but shit. I tell you, there's a lot worse people out there than Puffy and shit. You know, who would you rather be, Puffy or Norby?
Oh, Jay, I'll be Puff in jail, bro. I'm good. That's the easy one, bro. That's the easy
Oh shit! You see that shit? That
one.
shit gets better. Anyway,
All right, man,
hey, well,
I appreciate the call, fool.
thanks for making me laugh and say hi to your what is it? Your engineer.
Oh, look, Chris got
now
camera, bro. You can look at Chris right now, bro. He's like, look at that. That's the man, the myth, the legend right there, Mr. Chris.
he looks like a young Kevin, like a young Kev Samuel.
I thought Bam was gonna say, "What in the tarnation? He a black man?" All right, Bam. I appreciate you, player.
Hey, you guys have fun over there, man.
You too. Late, brother. Late. Bama comes with all the tough questions, Chris.
Right?
Oh, Jesus, that fucking guy. Good stuff. The good stuff. All right, you guys want to tap in? 747-279-8109. 747-279-8109. Let me see. What are the comments talking about? The worst attended Puffy. Worse out there than Puffy? Those. Oh, dude, you know how many people are scared out there right now? Like celebrities.
Oh yeah. They don't want their name coming out.
Shit. You know how many phone calls have been made and are still continuing? Hey, but you guys are. If I was Puffy, I'm letting it all out, bro.
Because I think he could, if they don't find any charges, I think eventually he.
Oh no, not now. Yeah, not now. But I'm saying
because even Bill Cosby he's touring again.
Oh, Cosby's back. Cosby's back.
He's
bro.
back. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, and you know, it's hard to come back from that. But he's still selling out shows.
I can see that.
He's on the comedy trail again.
Even with Cosby, bro. When I saw the thing with Cosby, I'm sorry. You can't come back 30-some years later and say, oh, this guy. No, dude. Like, no. A lot of these, if you're going to a Hollywood party, doing cocaine, going and having sex, what do you think you are? You're a Hollywood groupie, dude. You're just there to have fun, good time. You think they didn't know who Bill Cosby was? They didn't know him saying, hey, let's go back to my bedroom. What is that? What you assuming? No, come on, dude. You're going back with Bill Cosby at his prime. You're going back to get some, bro. And then after everybody's trying to get some money and trying to, nah. Those ones, it takes two to tango. Hotline. What was it? Moises Kerr, $5 super chat. Have we found out what president has joined some of those Diddy parties? Hey, him and Obama were tight, bro. Him and Obama. If anybody would have gone, it would have been Obama, but I doubt it. I don't think the president would have. He went to higher class parties. He went to Epstein Island, bro.
Yeah.
There's levels to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's levels.
Yeah, that's true.
There is, right?
That's true.
Yeah. If you're going to Epstein Island, you're going.
That's the big leagues.
That's the big leagues, bro. Those are the guys who pull the levers.
Yep.
Those are the guys the people at Epstein Island are the guys looking for Diddy, and Diddy's their yard guy that holds the key to come up here. And he's like, hey, Diddy, this guy wants to get on, all right. And Diddy will send him the film. This guy wants to come on, and Diddy will send him the film. Mm-hmm. And then, hey, we need you to get this guy out. And and that may be the case for Diddy as well. Like, this could be a look into like how now there's a lot of talk on, especially on the YouTube yard of the like prison channels and all this stuff. 10 years ago, bro, this kind of stuff you would hear a little bit on certain documentaries, but you don't get the insight. Now you could be a casual watcher of YouTube and say, "Oh, I know how this works. I know how that's guy. These guys have beef with this guy. This guy." Mm-hmm. Now everybody's got a sight into it. This could be in another 10, 20 years. Everything will come out and damn, this is how this shit works. But for many years, not just one person, even people you heard of have said you will get invited, bro. You will get invited to the parties, Chris. Jorge Lujan Sr., $2 super chat. Appreciate you, Jorge. Now, Chris, Now, Chris.
Yeah.
If somebody calls you up, Chris, and says, "Hey, Chris, why don't you go to a party over here?" And you don't know them, but you know this is Hollywood. You know it's a huge thing. And you are you going, Chris? Are you going to the party? Chris is going to the party. Chris, I'm gonna go check it out real quick.
Well, they say that, you know, after 2:00, the light, you know, they turn the lights on. Maybe I just dip out early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what it is. They say they have a special little button, bro, that also
Like maybe the lights flash or something.
yeah, and just the red lights go on. Like that's when people say, "Oh, well, thanks for the party and this and that," and they leave, bro. And the rest, but if you stay, you get put on. That's what it is. That's the price. So I don't. Yeah, that's too much for me to pay, bro. Like, but could I see somebody who's coming? Yes, of course, eager, just like Boogie Nights, right? Just like Boogie Nights, you're coming out here. Next thing you know, dude, you're doing fucking porn, and after that, you're doing gay porn, and after that, it's just like the. What do they say? It pretty much it brings you up and it destroys you. This is what Hollywood does, bro. This is what LA does to people. But that was on the New York state. Man Eater, bro. New York and Diddy's thing. That's crazy. Joey Knuckles, Smokey Robinson. Have you heard that one?
No, I haven't. He's an OG.
Oh, OG got about 6 rucas behind him saying he was an old maniacs up in the to all the
The original R. Kelly.
no yeah.
You want this deal?
Oh no, different. This was different.
Oh, what's that?
Smokey Robinson is being accused by all the housekeepers. Not just one housekeeper. There's like 5 or 6 that have come and gone 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Let's see what we got. Did you jump away?
It said spam, so it blocked it.
Yeah, no worries. They have accused them. They I think right now it's I don't know. Look it up. See, it's I didn't see the DA there, so it has to be a civil lawsuit. So yeah, that they be doing laundry and this fool comes up to him and hey, you know, you want some soap for that, or he'll just rub up on it, and then after that he would have sex with them. Like
it says 4 housekeepers.
Go ahead. Let's see what that might be. Smokey said, "Keep my name out your mouth." Hotline.
This is P. Diddy, man.
Oh, hey, exclusive. Diddy. Are you okay, brother? How's it going in there, Diddy? How you holding up, my brother?
I'm holding up, but I need you to send me some oil.
we're gonna send it underneath the stamps, bro. You're gonna need like maybe 20,000 letters, bro. There's gonna be underneath the stamp, bro. One little drop of oil for you.
Okay. No, I was gonna say so far, yeah, he's a freak, but so far I don't see where it's a Rico.
Yeah.
And this is my opinion, but I think that he had some badass parties, sex parties,
right?
And some people are hating maybe, or he's got something on some big people, like they were out there doing some gay stuff, and he's gonna expose them when they find that evidence, and they don't want that evidence out there. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's a fair opinion, but like he got something on people, and that more I would think you want to take the guy out, man. Like, you know, he's walking across the street and bam, car hits him, or because that means he has time to sit there and get the stuff out. So I don't know, but I will agree with you, and I think a lot of people have the same feeling about this, that they sold us John Gotti, a mafia thing, a Rico, that he had all these workers, you know, moving dope. I'm New Jack Hustler. I'm thinking, damn, dude, this fool's. And then they come up with this. This is Ike and Turner, bro. Ike and Tina.
Yeah, and I don't see anything of what he's doing illegal, like getting an escort to shit on somebody or pee on somebody, or getting I don't see nothing illegal about anything that he's done so far.
Yeah. So far, no. To me, he's got some domestic violence charges coming, minimum. That you got to. But at the same time, at this point, you need proof. You can't take $10 million and then come back and say, "Oh, he beat me." All right, well, is there? And this is what the prosecutor has to give us. Is there phone calls to the police? Has abuse ever been reported? Did you ever put a restraining order? This and that, and all the texts and all that show that no, it was a toxic relationship, but she was in on it, and I think she just got burned out, and like anybody would. Like, geez, you can only bone for so long before, like, damn, bro, no, I'm done. But Diddy's just was a machina, was a machine, bro. I'm sure his Viagra bill was probably like, 30,000 a month, nothing major. But he got that money.
Yeah, and weren't they searching his house when the fires were going on in L.A.? Didn't they search his house?
Yeah, they searched Beverly Hills. They did raids, and we got his son with dope. And at the end, they probably found the son with like an 8-ball of dope or something. Like they made it seem like we caught his dealer. He was moving drugs on his private jets. Maybe that comes out, But so far, nothing, bro. So far, it's weak at best.
Yeah. I think that some famous people, some powerful people went to the parties, and they don't want to get exposed. I believe even the Kardashians went to the parties.
No, I don't think it's a part of people don't want to get exposed. They already know what they were going through. I think what it is he had a fallout with a powerful person.
Yes, that one too. Yeah, that one too.
That's what most like. You had a fallout, like, oh no, dude. You know what? It's time to get this guy off the board.
Yeah. That's my point, bro, and I'm out. Thank you.
Right,
have a good one.
Moises Carrera says supposedly he forced J-Lo to do something to an 11-year-old, like shove a bottle up her, you know what? And you would think they come out with this, because at this point, this is all hearsay in a courtroom. This is all rumors, bro. And that's what I thought they're gonna come out with. I thought, oh, geez, so they got. But when I see the star witness right after the mangina, no, you're supposed to get that. You're supposed to, get some kids, like kind of timeline this thing. And the younger kids would have been earlier in the careers. So that way you can kind of show the pattern. Maybe they're going from beginning to end, but I don't think so, because I think most of the evidence has already been presented and it's out there. You would have seen Childs, Wooty Whoop now, like on the list of witnesses, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's there. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see what they say. Petey's a sick dude. This kid was saying he hasn't did anything criminal, and that's not true. No, I definitely think he's done some criminal stuff, but I do not buy the sex trafficking. If he's paying for hookers and call girls, he's paying for hookers and call girls, and he has money where most Americans aren't able to say, yeah, but they're over here in Atlanta. Hey, well, I'm partying in Texas. Bring them to Texas. I got it. Tell them and these girls are like, we're going to go there and get cashed out. We're going to get paid $2,000 a night plus whatever I can work out with this John. I'll make him out. It wasn't like he was bringing over there. All right, you go have sex with this guy. And then after that, how much you make? Give me your money. And like, all right. And then he was, they make it sound like Puff was literally going around flying with his band of hoes and selling them. And he was the pimp. Like, no, that wasn't the case. He was the drug addict. He was the sex addict. He was the weirdo and doing all that. But as far as being John Gotti, bro, of New York right now, nah, not even close, bro. Not even close. Let's see. Positivity don't sell. What's good, brother? I don't think their prosecutors has shown all they may have yet. I'm still waiting to see. Yes, so am I. And I think a lot of people are waiting to see that. But right now, I just don't see it. Let's see what you got. Hotline.
Take that. Puff Daddy.
Hey, that's when he's a producer, bro.
Hey, what's up, Gil? Jacob, how you doing?
What's up, Jacob? What's going on, my man? Talk to us.
Hey, his music is making a lot of sense now. I can't believe I used to listen to him in the 90s, and then it came true, like everything like he was talking about.
Oh yeah, he's a freak, bro. He's a freak. It's been out there. We just didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, Diddy and R. Kelly, they have a song called "Satisfy You." If you listen to that song, they even made a music video. They used the Loonies. I Got 5 on it beat.
Uh-huh.
They even have a music video. You listen to that song, they're perverts, bro. I never would have thought that,
Yeah, no, perverts 100%, but completely criminal right now at this point. I don't see it yet, bro. I just don't. I think I'm hoping the prosecution has some real stuff. Like I said, if he has anything with any kids or some like anything with minors at all, nah, yeah, he's done. But if Casey's the only one and you get some other call girls or some, the jury's not gonna have. I don't think the jury's gonna have sympathy for like, man, you're getting paid to have sex.
Yeah, I heard you and Chris talking about it. You're right. I mean, there's a possibility, a percentage that he could walk away from all this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know,
absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Like I said, I believe that the prosecution was selling like, come on, they're raiding his house. He's moving dope. I was waiting for him to bring out the kilos and say, look, we caught him with 2 keys and he's burning birds. Like, no. He's like next you're gonna get a guy from Vegas and arrest him and say the guy from Vegas that goes against prostitutes in Vegas, he's going crossing state lines to go have sex with and he's sex trafficking a woman. Like, bro, it's crazy.
Well, look at the audio you were playing earlier too about Cassie, like chasing Puff Daddy. It sounds like you don't want to be with me no more.
Yeah, in the beginning of the relationship, yeah, she was all about him. She wanted to please the guy. She wanted to live in Puff Daddy's world, bro. She could have gone with anybody else, but she wanted to live in his world. In his world, that was his world. That was his world.
You think J-Lo did play part of the party sometimes?
Oh, J-Lo had to. J-Lo,
yeah,
she had to have at the time, bro. She had to have.
There's pictures that she looked great.
Yeah. Chris thinks he had a shot at her. That's why you don't want to say anything right now.
I missed out.
There's pictures.
What happened?
There's pictures of that white party that Puff Daddy used to throw, and she looked like she was faded, drugged up.
Oh yeah, you saw it. Yeah, she was out of the mind, and that's what they said. It started at the white parties. People at the white parties, and after that, at a certain time, everybody left, and the VIP stay. That's his girl. She's staying, bro. And
that's what she took that opportunity to.
But that could have also.
She took that opportunity.
Go ahead. Opportunity.
Go ahead. That's when she took the opportunity to leave him when he had to go to court for that shooting in the club.
That's what I think. I think she was like, you know what? No, this is not what I want to live in. Yeah, at some point within the first year, bro, you're going to have that crossroad and you're going to have that question, should I leave? And that's when you can leave. And she had that for more than 2 years. She had that for many years. And you can see it in the Texas. She's chasing him. She's chasing him because he's going around having the freak offs and having all kind of girls. She caught him cheating a couple of times back. That was her out. You cheated on me, I'm gone. But she wanted to be in there, dude. I hate to break it. She wanted to be there. She got her $10 million and, keep it pushing.
What she did is smart because she could have been the first Cassie.
The first Cassie? Oh, who, J-Lo? No, but Cassie got her $10 million. She got $10 million. She got $10 million in 2023 with an NDA.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she got paid, bro. She got $10 million from him in 2023. Yes, she got paid.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, she got paid, bro. I wonder. You know what? I guarantee you they can't tell the jury that. I guarantee you they can't. They can't tell the jury that. I would bring it up like you got paid $10 million. Like, why didn't you file a case back then with the courts?
Yeah, he might walk. I'm starting to believe that he might walk.
Yeah, you might see, Pup, we ain't going nowhere. and then when you see Chris in the background, because it's bad boy for life, you're like, damn, Chris, hey, Chris,
I'm loyal to Cassie.
Hey, but I'm rolling in a Bentley though. What's up, my player?
Gil, if he walks and he makes an album, it might shoot to #1.
Oh no, yeah. He does.
He just released the album,
huh?
He just released the album.
Oh no,
before the trial came out.
Yeah, but that album's not gonna. No, if
it did terribly.
If he came on and did some album, if he got out, Chris, people are gonna want to listen to it, and he raps about this shit. People, I don't care what it is. People are gonna listen to it, bro. They're gonna listen.
He might make a movie out about it.
No, but he's a sleazeball. He can't. He comes out. He's got to lay low. But then again, look at a bigger sleazeball. Who's a bigger sleazeball? O.J. Simpson or Puff Daddy?
Well, OJ's kind of up there too.
Yeah,
though.
OJ killed his wife, bro. He killed another innocent guy. No, OJ's much worse. Yeah. And we all know. I know some of the brothers that are still down with it. We all know OJ did it, bro. Come on. When the trial was going on, I wanted OJ to be free, bro. I don't care. I don't give a shit if OJ did it. I want him to go free. That's what I wanted because I was against the man back then. And OJ was out here. People were seeing him in the airport. Hey, Jews. Hey. People don't care, bro. You can see this in the YouTube yada. People don't care, bro. You could be the biggest sleazeball in the world. They're still gonna say, "Hey, what's up, man? I see you on TV." Hey, OJ was making money, going in and talking to people and making cash. So if OJ can do it, Diddy can do it, bro. And you know what the crazy part is, Jacob? That there'll be 10 girls in line wanting to be his girlfriend. Chris, yes or no?
That's true. You're right.
You're right. He still has the money.
There'll be 10 girls in line or women that would want to be with him.
Yep.
No, I guarantee
everybody's trying to get paid. Live the lifestyle.
Everybody's trying to get paid, brother. What's up, Jacob?
They say that OJ walked because they were trying to prevent, since the whole Ronnie King thing happened, they didn't want it to happen again, right? I think OJ kind of got like a slap on the wrist because they didn't want the riot to happen.
It could have been that, but what it really came down to, it was just the prosecution got just done by what's his name? First it was Shapiro, and then the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Johnny Cochran, bro.
Oh yeah.
They were just done. The cop who arrested him was on video, on audio, saying the ER word over and over again, was saying it in a very derogatory way. He got from I forgot, it wasn't Shaka Khan, but it was one of them Sheila E. I remember the trial. I watched that trial through and through. I was busted, bro. Every day I watched O.J. Simpson trial through, and that one was great because they had cameras in the room.
Yeah, court TV.
Oh yeah, Judge, something Shido or something. Well, that was, and some of the blood stuff. They had pictures which didn't make any sense to me either. I'm showing you this picture from this angle. There's no blood drop, and now you're showing me another blood drop of O.J. Simpson. There's blood right here. Like, how do you? It's a lot of weird stuff, but come on, O.J. did that. He had a cut in his hand. Blood in his house. Like, come on, fool. I both know you did it, OJ. But Jacob, hey, I appreciate your call, player.
Oh, okay, cool. Have a good one, Joe.
You
too, Chris.
Thank you. Good one. Yeah. Hey, put a poll out there before we get out of here, Chris. We're gonna put a poll. It only has for like, let's see. Will P Diddy walk? Yes or no? Very simple one. He's got action, that's for sure. Hotline.
What's good? I'm on.
You on, my man? Talk to us.
Hey, this is Miles trying to say from, Houston, Texas. I know a lot of folks ain't been talking about this. Look, check this out.
Caller, before you talk, who are you? Where are you calling from? I need to know this.
This is Miles trying to tell you. I'm out of Houston, Texas.
Man, that's right.
I'm ripping around here, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Let's hear it.
You know what I'm saying? The boss, Mob Towers in the building, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be real brief up in this time. I ain't gonna really hold you for too long.
Okay.
Hey, a lot of folks ain't understanding. Y'all forgetting Steve Harvey and Oprah Winfrey. They supposed to be on a video that got passed on dark web. And then Oprah Winfrey had people pay, you know what I'm saying, not to have that footage come out. So they already dismissed that they're gonna show that footage. But Steve Harvey supposedly, you know what I'm saying, in the same room while Oprah was getting her shit banged in. And nobody really talking about that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Oprah and Steve Harvey, they both been quiet about this shit because they know they on tape.
They got put on, bro. Hey, so let me ask you this. So do you believe, like a lot of people now, that in order to get put on that big of a platform, almost you got to sell your soul? Like, you got to do something?
Now, you got, like how you just said, to get put on, it's a certain dollar limit that you reach. You are no longer just a regular person. You got to follow they ways of moving. And if you try, I feel like this is what I've heard. Because I used to talk to that nigga Dylan from making a band. He was rolling with Diddy. Me and him was talking on the live YouTube video. Then I chopped it up with him, and I got his information, his ID. I got the receipts to prove everything. I was conversating with him. And tell me why. This what he told me. I said, we had a side, I shouldn't be saying it, but we had a side convo. And I'm like, you think Diddy, you know what I'm saying, innocent? He's like, well, we all got dark ways. He didn't want to say yes or no, but he's like, he said we all twisted, but he a good man because he gave me this radio station at Fubu Network. So if y'all go look it up, Diddy blessed him with a radio station called Fubu Network. It's on Cyrus Radio. So he got his own radio station where he DJ on behalf of P. Diddy. So out of everybody in the band, he the only one that stayed. Everybody else got hella stories to say Diddy a nasty dude. That's why I wanted to chop him up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to chop it up with Dylan because I'm like, you the only nigga who ain't been online speaking out.
Right,
Make me think you know the shit going on. But he didn't want to say it. He can't go against the grain. He's like, he was in the studio with Diddy. He said he was in the studio with Diddy. All his he said damn near while he was 17. He said 17 all the way to right now. So he was groomed.
Yeah, you know, he's been in the parties. He's been in the parties. Hey, let me ask you this question. But with all that, is this criminal or is he just a freak?
I'm gonna be real. With the circumstance of the video, him beating on Cassie, it makes him look like a violent individual who has sexual desires, and he gonna control any situation. And if he gotta manipulate anything these women or Cassie come out and say he did, it ain't no Diddy, it's Diddy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because due to the fact that you can't control your sexual urges. And when you told no, you get physical. You holding her against her will while she's trying to run. That shows capture. You know, he holding captive. So all this shit turned to a sexual RICO, human trafficking, body controlling. You know, J-Lo quiet too, because she little Jenny from the block. She left that shit alone when that shootout happened.
Oh yeah, she gone.
J-Lo,
you know what I'm out of here.
So she ain't really got no part in this. So I don't see why J-Lo's name, she gonna get brought up, but she ain't gonna be in that case. She ain't gonna be in no courtroom. Anything she do know, nobody even want to hear about that shit because that was how many years ago?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was 15 years ago, maybe more. Let me ask you one more here. Which one's I gonna ask you? I was gonna ask you. Oh, do you believe we're gonna hear any names come out as far as these people were part of the sexual act? This was going on, or any pictures that will be shown to the jury with other people? They're gonna block them out.
They gonna John Doe, Jane Doe it. Like how they did R. Kelly. This is a mirror of the R. Kelly trial. I don't know if you really paid attention to that.
Yes.
They didn't really use the name. It's protection for the witnesses. That's what I'm saying. Cassie came forward. Anybody else, they don't have to come forward because Cassie's the main prostitute. You know what I'm saying? She's the main one that's gonna put them under.
Yes.
Everybody else, the celebrity names, they gonna. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They gonna be. Everybody knows they ain't gonna bring all the other celebrities they got. Cause look at Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it all the way up. Jeffrey Epstein had a whole list of people that chose to go to his island.
They have flight logs, bro. Flight logs.
That flight log. So these dudes came in, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
So that's why I say they're not gonna. It's a protection clause they got. The industry protects their own people for purposes of keeping that nasty circle going. Because Diddy ain't the only one.
No, for sure.
He ain't gonna be the first, and he ain't the last.
I appreciate the call, my man. Much love.
No, yeah, for sure, man. I'm keep it real with you.
That's right, my man. Thank you, man. That was good, brother. From Houston, I had to figure out where that accent was coming from, Chris. All right, what do we got here? I believe domestic violence. Yes, I believe I don't know, kidnapping, but they should be doing some state time in prison, bro. I'm not talking about 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but I just don't think he should be on a federal RICO act. But then again, we're gonna find out. But can you check real quick, Chris? Let me see how do you word this? How many people do you need to have guilty verdicts in a federal jury? Is it all 12, or can you have 11 guilty and 1 not guilty? I don't know. I'm sure some of the, I may be stereotyping some of my audience. Anybody go to the feds? Do you know? Do you know how many people have to, in the jury in a federal trial, have to say guilty in order to be convicted? Yeah, see what you got. Hotline.
Yes, good afternoon, American Cholo. My point of view is that
are you like on speaker or something, my man, or on a Bluetooth?
I'm Bluetooth.
Sounds like you're in a very echoey room. It's hard to hear you.
All right, I'm sorry. Well, I'm just gonna say very fast. My intake is that Puff Daddy, he's like the basketball player, and in reality, the people who are like the NBA owners are the ones controlling Puff Daddy, kind of like like Jeffrey Epstein. We have people that he was working on behalf of, like the Nissan.
Gotcha.
I recommend a book. I recommend a book by Whitney West, an investigative journalist that wrote about all about Jeffrey Epstein. At the end, it's a sex ring that's going on. It's an international sex ring that's going on.
It's a what?
That they use,
What do you say?
a honey pot. Yeah, it's like a honey pot. You need these tapes. Every country does it. Every intelligence does it. Russia does it.
Right.
United States, Israel. They all do it so they can use it.
This is my buddy right here. I remember you. Pégale.
I do recommend Whitney West, a good investigative journalist, and what's the other? Michael Diamond. We talk about human psychology and anthropology works. Okay, I gotta get back to it.
Yeah, bro. Get back to the dogs, bro. Get back to the dogs. All right, player, later. All right, so
it's sorry, I didn't get it.
go ahead, please.
But it was all 12.
Oh, so
in
the
a
same
federal
thing.
case.
In the
Yeah, it's
federal
got to be
case.
unanimous decision.
I don't know, dude. If anybody, it's gonna be a male that will say not guilty. The female that think off the top, they're all gonna be. And I don't blame him. I really don't. I don't blame him. But I think right now, until we see, because we can come in here tomorrow like, oh, breaking news, we gotta go in there. Dude, Justin Bieber walked in, or you had a witness who they're not saying they did a video thing. She was a minor when it happened. If you get any witnesses like that, and I'm like, all right, he's done, bro, and rightfully so. As many lawsuits as he has with young women and young boys saying that he did to her, there has to be a witness that comes up. Because if you're suing the guy,
yeah,
see that call?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Hotline.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Jafar from New York. I got to do my check, man.
Let's do it, player. Hey, you're supposed to go stand over there in the courthouse and give us a report hour by hour, bro, when it comes out in New York.
Nah, I can't do that, man. My wife ain't gonna let me do that. So check it out.
What's going on?
You had asked a question. I thought it was a good question. When you said, do you think people can become without going through that secret Illuminati, whatever type of freaky door they go through?
Right.
Now, I think like in the music industry or / entertainment industry, you have like local stars, local comedians, actors, musicians, whatever, and then you have a star. Like a person could be a star, and then you have the status of a superstar, and then from superstar you go to mogul. Like Jay-Z is a mogul,
yeah.
Beyonce is a mogul, Puff Daddy is a mogul. Now I think when you get to that level, yeah, you might have to do some stuff. But to be a superstar, like I don't think all superstars had to do anything. Like Ice Cube, I consider big time superstar, even without the music now, because he don't really.
Yeah, but you bring up a great point. Ice Cube himself has said the same thing. Ice Cube himself has said that they've wanted this and that, and he's always said no. But he is a star. But he's
but he's not a mogul. He's not a mogul.
He's not a mogul. Correct.
Yeah, so you can be a superstar, but that next and you know what? Being a superstar, listen, you still could be filthy rich and travel the world, and have anything and everything you want. But Puff Daddy wanted to keep elevating. Remember, you a little older than me, so he came out in the '90s. So you able to like chronologically.
Oh yeah,
follow
for
his
sure.
Yeah, follow his career. He had the Revolt TV show they had down in Atlanta. And then I heard the other gentleman from Texas mention he had the situation going on the radio. And then remember he was linked up with MTV with what's that?
Making the Band, bro.
Yeah.
He's one of the original reality TV shows, like in hip hop, one of the first. He went from going from a Chevy Tahoe to going in Bentleys, bro. Like
and then look, he had a Biggie Smalls, he had other artists, and then remember, like in the late '90s,
it was the hottest thing between them and the East Coast, West Coast.
Yep, and then he also had R&B artists too. Remember, he had R&B artists. So like, you asked that question repeatedly, and I didn't hear nobody answer it. I think that you can become a superstar. You don't have to do nothing freaky. Your talent, right place, right time. People want to see you. People booking you. but to be a mogul, oh man, yeah, you're gonna have to.
He partnered up with Clive Davis. They fired him from a record label, and Clive Davis put 50% or put up the money for him to start his label.
Yeah, and Clive Davis he's big time. He was big time.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah. See, and so as far as now with his charts and stuff so far, what I've gathered is, I just see them publicly trying to humiliate him. He's a sexual deviant.
Yeah.
You can't go to prison for being a sexual deviant. Like, and both parties are complicit. Now, I will say this. Now, he paid the girl Cassie $10 million. I'm gonna have to look that up. I know the feds have longer statute of limitation laws, but if he paid her, how could they send him to jail for domestic violence? I'm sure it's a statute of limitation on that.
It's the same way that that Trompito paid what's her
Stormy
Daniels, and then they still came after him. So it's the same thing. So in other words, those things don't really mean much anymore.
Doesn't get you out.
Okay, all right. So,
what kind of world do we live in? We can't pay off our hookers and come back?
That means that you can't come out to the press.
Well, but you can come out to court.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah,
you have to. It doesn't supersede a subpoena.
Right.
Yeah, but over here we've been her like he like girls, he like guys and stuff like that. Then also like, but some of these parties, listen, like what's the name? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. He was one of the main ones there too. That's why he moved out of the country.
So he listen. It's all type of people involved with this guy, and I agree with you 100%. A lot of people over here on my side of the country think that, listen, he done pissed some people off. He thought he was just bigger than what he was, and he pissed somebody. It's always a bigger fish in the ocean.
Oh yes.
And he pissed off with that. And then you made one more. I'm gonna let you go. You made another point like maybe 30 minutes ago. You said something about these people. Remember 2000, what was it, 2000 when Hillary Clinton was running?
Yeah.
He started getting involved with politicians. Remember he was running around vote or die, them stupid t-shirts.
Vote or die. That's right. I had a sticker saying
vote
or die.
Oh my God, man.
And I didn't even vote that year. I just put vote or die, bro.
So you remember and we know what type of shark Hillary Clinton is. So remember, he was Hillary Clinton boy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So he started playing around with that. Hillary Clinton. You playing with Hillary Clinton, you playing with the CIA. So,
yeah. Facts. And he was Obama's buddy too. Obama was shot all the time too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you go. I always gotta check in when
I got a question for you. Now I got a question for you. Okay, you know the Tory Lane situation, yes?
Yeah, yep.
So you've got a small population of black podcasters who are somewhat making it or trying to make it a racial thing because it was a Mexican guy out here in a prison, even though he was in a SNY group, which is a whole different conversation. So he was, in other words, he was a solo cholo, right? And to me, the point I make is, wait a minute. One Mexican guy in prison, which is a whole different world than when we live right now, shanks a brother that's in there, whole different world. But out here in the streets, you can have a Tupac getting killed by a brother. You can have a Nipsey Hussle getting killed by a brother. You can have a Young Dolph getting killed by a brother. You can have Pop Smoke getting killed by a brother. You can have what's the one that got? God, he's the one that got killed in L.A. not too long ago in the parking lot.
Pop Smoke.
Yeah, no, Pop Smoke. It was one more. In other words,
the dude he's from Philly. I know you're talking about from Philly.
There's so many an unreal number of rappers that were black that have been killed by black people, but somebody gets shanked in prison and all of a sudden all you guys are racist. So if that's racist, what do you call black on black? Normal, or is it wrong?
Now, okay, I'll say this though. I'm gonna say this because you asked the question, so I'm gonna do. I'm okay. Now, as far as that, now from my understanding about California is that okay, you have northern Hispanics that have their own thing going, and then you have southern Hispanics, and then blacks got their different segments, and then you have a section in California what they have is dropout yards, which is like ex-northern Southerners or guys that was like had some weird charges.
It's a protective custody yard.
Yeah. So this particular situation, just me just doing ABC, this was a situation where this thing had nothing to do with a northern Hispanic group of guys. This had nothing to do with a southern group of Hispanic guys. This was an individual on a PCR because he can't be accepted by people from the south because he killed a 13-year-old girl.
Yes.
So he was a pedophile. So I know he wasn't with them people in Southern California. So these are people that you know, they don't know like different. They just think all of the Hispanics in California are the same, and they think all they run together. No, different people got different set of rules. So this guy wasn't who stabbed Tory Lanez wasn't connected to no Southern Hispanic because he's on a PCR. Yeah, he's on a PCR for killing a 13-year-old girl. So them guys not letting him run with them. So and they wouldn't do nothing like that, you know, anyways, because not saying they wouldn't. Of course they would, but what I'm saying is
not in that fashion with the rules and regulations.
No, no. They wouldn't. But here's another thing. Where like I will like give your people. You bring it up. I give your people respect. I got a cousin. He come home next year, so he's in Georgia. He said that's the work. He said, listen, man, he's going to church every day. I said every day. He said every day. He's doing time in Georgia. And he said that shit is crazy than anything in New York. He just try to go down there and hustle. And here's where I tie your people into this. Because he said, like, down there, it's not more so bullying, but he said, yo, man, he done seen, like, you know, because it's more of a black population. He said he done seen the Mexicans get done dirty in the Georgia prisons. And they some fight back, some don't, but they not saying it's race, or they not making a national crime, all the black, no, it's just the way it's just how it is in Georgia. Like, so, you know, I give your people respect on that, like, because it's some, like, and like I said, I use Georgia, and my cousin was telling me, he's like, yo, I get out of here in like 8 months. He's been down here like 9 years, man. Wow. He said that shit is psychotic in Georgia. So, you know, like, like you said, some of the brothers are trying to make it racial because that's the first thing they thought. It was Southern or this Northern, but it wasn't either group. This was what y'all call a J-Cat. The guy was taking meds.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's what y'all call a J. Yeah, first time I heard that word, I cracked up J-Cat. So yeah, this was a J-Cat. It was an isolated incident. I don't think it had nothing to do with race, man. Yeah. I really don't. I don't think it do. So that's my opinion. You know, if it's something racial. Right. Yeah, if it's something racial, I'm gonna say, that right there is racial.
Of course.
Yeah, that right there is racial. Now, you did bring up Young Dolph. Now, when Young Dolph died, people died behind that in Memphis. Like, so, it was some repercussions behind that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So why? You know what? And since and you made a good point. I don't want to be too long. Like, yeah, but I just don't like that my people we kill each other. But I also don't like how the media. And I lean more to the right on my political view, but they try to make, like some of these black podcasters try to make it look like we the most violent people in the world. Listen, man, no city in America is in the top 10 or 15 for murder rates. Man, I've seen the murder rates in the Americas. Listen, they all in Mexico and South America. My people don't kill each other the way other groups are. So I hate this whole narrative that's going around like we did. Yeah, like listen, I look at the murder rates. They all in Mexico. So who killed the most in America? Mexicans kill their people the most.
All day long.
I'm not saying but I think that's a trip. I think that's more of a new fact. They always did it, but it's more of a new phenomenon because of the fentanyl and all that.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot to do with the cartels, and I think the difference is that Mexico is majority brown, so you can't see the difference over here. You got different races, and then you're like, well, this race is so. If Mexico was that much more mixed, and they were the ones killing each other, then yeah. So I think that's why.
Yeah, that's a great point.
But it's still a very good point.
Yeah, but that's a good point you make. Like here, there's different ethnicities, different. Yeah, so people kind of pinpoint. Okay, but yeah, like I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, sure.
They'll say like, okay, like this, like when they say crime is a category. Like for murder, yes, we're number one in the country for murder. And I looked at the stats. We kill white people more than they kill us in this country.
Yep.
I didn't want to admit that, but that's a hard fact. We kill more white people than they kill us in this country.
Yep.
We do commit more, because America's 50 states. It's not just New York. It's not just Los Angeles. You got South Carolina, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? So we commit the most murders. So okay, yes, I can own that as a people. I want to change that. I don't promote that. I don't like it. but we're not number one. Listen, we're not number one for going to jail federally for drugs, and that category is Hispanic. We're not number one for sexual crime. Those are white people.
Those are white people. Yeah.
We're not number one for overdosing on fentanyl. That's white people. So like we're bad in some areas. Other groups, they're but like I agree with you. Like our people too.
New York, but you might be the capital of the freak ops, bro. If Diddy gets found guilty, bro.
Oh man, hell no.
You might be.
But listen,
the freak ops. Go ahead, my brother.
Nah. You know what? Nah, because listen, technically speaking, Diddy is from Mount Vernon. He's not from the city. He's from Mount Vernon.
Oh, they don't want him in the city. Nah. He from New York. I love it. Hey, my brother, I appreciate the call, man. Always a good conversation.
All right, man. Peace out, man. Take care.
Let's start giving some outro music out of here. All right, bye. Shout out the city, the state, the freak off you've been to 10, 20, 30. I don't know. I think, the philosopher said he'll sell out for 5Gs. So, we're trying at least $1 million. He said, what? 5,000? Like, I said, fool, what's wrong with you?
We got the poll results too.
Oh, the poll results. Will Pete, did he walk? Look at that. That is powerful right there. That is powerful. 51. That's a split. He doesn't need a split. He needs
one person.
One person, which will be like, I think 9%. 9%, right? Because it's 12, something like that. It'll be like 9. It won't be 10. It'll be 100 because you want 1 out of 12.
Yeah, I think it's like more like 7 or something like that. But
I think it's
close
more
enough.
like 9. I think it's more like 9, Chris. I think it's more like 9. Let's not do the math real quick, Chris. Yeah, he's right there. Will tell you he's got a great chance at walking. How many percent is it, Chris? What is 1?
That's 11 divided by 12.
Is that what it is? Is that how you feel?
It's one person, right?
All right. So what is it? What is it, Chris?
91.
Got it. I do math all day long, and I guesstimate stuff all the time when I work. I'm like 1 out of 11. I got lucky, Chris. I got lucky. All right. Si Se Puede podcast 209 in the building. King OG, you know what it is? Yeah, 50-50, bro. 50-50. That's powerful. That's powerful. You don't need to go to some of these people that do the polls. This poll is perfect because we got everybody and their mama in here. We got, you got some cholos, you got some brothers from New York, you got some people from Missouri, you got Alabama Mexican, you got Chris who's gonna sell his soul here pretty soon. Hey Chris, when you become a mogul, I just want to be a superstar, bro.
You got it.
All right, I don't want anything else, bro. No. Boo Boo, I think we'll walk into the party, bro. I'm almost sure.
Man. He's already got a shirt.
Okay. Out of everybody that's here, 818, what's going on? Out of everybody here, let me see. Boo Boo, he's walking to the party, bro. He's going.
Yeah.
I'll make you a mogul, Boo Boo. What? Mohawk Matt, he's going, bro. He's going. Droopy, I don't think Droopy's going to the party. I don't think, right? Nah, Droopy's not going to the party. Philosopher, a dude in the backyard, bro. He don't even, party, I'll do it right here, bro.
Damn.
Frankie is not going to go to the party. Doughboy Tony is not going to the party. And me, I will send Chris to the party, man. I'm trying to keep Chris employed, baby. I love my man Chris. Eastside Vegas. How much would it take to buy off a juror? I don't even want to get into that conversation. We already got the feds looking at this. This guy has so many gay points. Respect. Appreciate you guys tapping in with us. This is a conversation. I know it's a very serious conversation, but sometimes we have to joke around to keep it flowing and not make it too serious, because if that's the case, then you're gonna watch the show and you're gonna be feeling down. This is the world we're living in. We're watching the trial. Let me know if you guys wanna keep up with what's going on. If you want to hear the transcripts, I posted it on my YouTube posts community of that YouTube channel that they go from day one all the way to now, bro. And it's a great hear. So with that being said, appreciate you guys. Leave a comment and let me know, guilty or not guilty. Should it be in the state court instead of a federal court? Let your voices be heard. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, you guys have a great one and good night.